Hey, what's going on, folks? Another episode of Ryan Reviews Everything, and we're going to talk about the latest episode of BMF, and let's get right into it. One of the questions that I have is, how come no police figures or authority is looking for Lamar? Like, Lamar escaped from the hospital by choking out one of the guards, and it seems like every episode he kills at least two drug dealers or some type of rival gang member. And Detective Bryant nor his partner, that no one's putting out some be on the lookout alert. There's no type of manhunt going on. He's just out here murking any and everybody. So it's kind of a, I don't know what to call it, but that's kind of bothered me. Like, there's no police figure that's looking for Lamar at all, especially after everyone else thought he was dead. And he's clearly alive. He's been alive ever since. Ever since he left the hospital, he's been killing people, like I said. So that part kind of bugs me. I did like the Jalen Rose cameo. I love how BMF will casually throw out some cameos and so forth. And he was clearly playing himself in this episode. I thought that was cool, representing Detroit in the NBA, this and the third, rubbing elbows with Meech when he was rubbing elbows with the young Meech. And so that was cool, man. And other than that, man, I mean, clearly the Flannerys are just some heartbreakers, man. You got Charles out here. He just can't walk away from the side chick, man. Just can't walk away. I thought it was clever when they was at dinner and the wife was like, I got a confession to make. I thought you was sleeping with sister such and such in the choir, so I confronted her. You got to listen to the words carefully. He was like, oh, I am not cheating on you with sister such and such. And he left it alone. He didn't, of course he's not going to come clean. But I thought he was in the clear, man. I thought he had a guilty conscience after that romantic dinner. Next thing you know, he goes to confront Mabel face to face. And she comes through, hit him with the toplessness and just wrapped around the little finger, man. So I don't, of course this is based on actual events. I don't know, from the show what's really real or not, what actually happened or not. But my prediction is, like, Charles gonna mess around and get this girl pregnant, and he's gonna have no choice but to to own up to it, I suppose. And that's really gonna break Lucille's heart, clearly. So we got that going on. Speaking of heartbreakers, we clearly got T, playing both sides of the fence. He got his baby mama and everything, that she has no clue that he's has a side chick, has no clue that he apparently is, wants to be on the outs with his baby mama. At least that's what he's telling, Markeisha. So it's just crazy. And I have no idea. Like, can anybody, if you come across this video, can anybody tell me what the baby mother has planned? Like, she stole his belt, and I guess she has like a duffel bag full of his clothes or belongings or something. The mom says something slick like, hey, you know what to do. I know I ain't raised no fool. And so, so I guess when you say that, she clearly knows that T is hiding something. But what in the hell is going on with her putting his belongings in the duffel bag like ahead of time? Like, is she just gonna like throw it away or something at some point? Like, I have no idea what what these type of tactics are. So if anybody else knows, please fill me in. I have no idea what's going on with that. And finally, of course, Meech always making moves. I think the bombshell was his homeboy, B Mick, actually coming clean about, him being compromised by the authorities. He shows Meech the wire, and, I understand, like, Meech is disappointed and hurt, but at the same time, I think there are some type of redemption points in this case for B Mick at least admitting that he's dirty, in terms of, or compromised rather. So, I think that's some type of redeemable quality from somebody, especially when, you see him reminiscing and so forth about the good times him and Meech had. I think that really made him feel bad. So, and I think, unfortunately, that might be the end of B Mick. Apparently, somebody snatches him up after he gets away from Detective Bryant and his partner. And speaking of Detective Bryant and his partner, I mean, the way I thought it was very clever how they cut that scene. You don't know if they had sex or not. They're sitting there, doing a stakeout on T and Markeisha and so forth. They see them getting hot and heavy, and it sounds like in a roundabout way, it may have inspired both of them. I'm just going to assume that they had sex, but they just didn't show the sex scene between, two middle-aged people. So that's that. I don't know if I have any predictions other than clearly Big Meech is going to do some type of behind-the-back deal with this Colombian connect that is at odds with K9, especially since K9 owes the connect, $20 million, and he clearly doesn't seem to be wanting to pay. So I think that's going to come and bite K9 in the behind. But as I mentioned, I'm still rocking with this episode. I admire all these shows and moves that 50 Cent is making. But yet again, as I said in the beginning, the only thing that kind of bugs me is there's nobody trying to arrest Lamar in terms of the police. You let this guy escape after everyone thought he was dead. He killed a cop, and in the process of escaping, he's been killing ever since. He's literally like the hood Michael Myers, just hunting down and killing everybody. And he has a vicious dog now, so that's gonna make things even worse for folks trying to come at him. So let me know what you thought about the episode. If you have any predictions as well. And hey, love it or hate it, that's just my review. Peace.